Holdin Court, it's standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I
So
was down?
once you launched your newsletter, which was the source,
Yes.
right? At what point did you realize that was something viable? Like, okay, I might have something with this shit.
I mean, it was pretty fast. I mean, even, you know, like the first one was one yellow sheet
Yeah.
of paper, front and back. So 4 ads on the back. Jive Records was the actually national label that paid for like $75 for one, and I had some local record stores in Boston
Yeah.
gave me $50. The next one was 6 pages. The next one was 16 pages. The next one was 24 pages, and I started to sell it. The first few were free. I just mailed them out free to the news, to the mailing list, and sold the ads to generate the revenue. But then I'm like, we can make this into a booklet, put it on the counter in the mom and pop stores. That was really the key to blowing the source up in the early years, was building a distribution network in all the mom and pop record stores. So I went, kind of crazy with that, just calling up every mom and pop store in every city that I could find around the country. Hey, I got this new magazine, The Source. I'm going to send you, 10, 20 copies on consignment, check it out. If it sells, send me back a check and I'll send you the next one. Boom, boom. And it started going crazy. We were selling 100, 200 copies a month and all these.
And this was 80 still.
This is 80s, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is late 80s,
You don't even look that old, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Hip hop, it'll keep you young.
Yeah, for sure.
if you,
For
you
sure.
know.
Who was you listening to back then? I'm curious. Like, who would you say was your top 5 at that point?
Oh, in the 80s, I
Yeah.
mean, come on, Eric B. and Rakim,
For sure.
EPMD, Boogie Down Productions, NWA, Public Enemy, Ghetto Boys that Grip It on that other level.
Oh, that Grip It on that other
Come
level
on,
was
man,
the shit.
I was going crazy
Yeah.
with that.
Was you fucking with Making Trouble? That was before that album.
Yeah, I didn't really know about Making Trouble.
Yeah.
I didn't really get up on the Ghetto Boys until, what was the name? The one we just said.
Yeah, Grip It on that
Grip It
other
on
level.
that other level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first
How you-
one before
how
Rick
you gonna miss
Rubin. got
LL
involved.
though?
Yeah.
You didn't fuck with LL?
Oh, LL, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
LL, Run DMC.
Yeah.
But I really arrived at Harvard and made that transition. This is 86.
Okay.
And that's really when you could say the emergence of the hip hop golden age begins, because you had even LL, you had Run DMC, you had
Right.
Fat Boys, but when Rakim comes out and KRS
Yeah.
One, and it
was more authentic.
the lyricism, the consciousness, it becomes more of a movement,
Right.
just something that really changed. Big Daddy Kane,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that was a really exciting time. De La Soul, even what I
Yeah,
mean. Like
yeah.
they were
De La.
hugely influential and successful in those years. Queen
Fat
of-
Boys was dope. To me, that was kind of a novelty act, but they still had their place. You know what I'm saying, at that time. You know what I mean? Even with Beastie Boys and all of that shit too.
Yeah, I mean they were
Yeah.
talented. The Fat Boys were talented. you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely added what was, they balanced hip hop at that time. Yeah. So now you have this newsletter that's turning into this real business, you know what I'm saying? So at what point do you you know what I'm saying? I guess what point does Benzino come in? Does he come in early on at that point? or-
Well, not in the Source.
Okay.
I met him and we became friends in those early years because he had a very successful rap group in Boston at this time. So
That's the Made Man.
no, this is the Almighty RSO.
Almighty,
Yeah,
yes,
that was their
okay.
first group.
Right.
And they were making a lot of noise in Boston, and I had found out about them and went out to meet them, invite them up to my radio. I want to get them up on my radio show and stuff like that. So that's how we met and became friends. And him and his DJ, Def Jeff, he became the DJ on my radio show, and me and Jeff became friends. I would hang out with him a lot and some of his guys. But the Source was my thing, and they were focused on the music, and it would be some years later when I would bring him in, as a partner in the Source.
Okay.
Mid
What made you
1990s.
make that decision to bring him on as a partner?
I mean, we had been friends a long time. I had gone through a split with some of my original partners. There were some other partners that joined me at Harvard, 3 guys actually during my Harvard years, John Schechter, James Bernard, and Ed Young. We all became partners in the Source. And by the like 94, I had like a falling out with a couple of them, and that was sort of the time when I was like, I don't have as many partners anymore,
Right.
and maybe you should come in and get involved.
For sure.
And just kind of went like that.
Yeah. How was it doing business with Benzino? Because I don't know Benzino, but from the outside looking in, he looks like he could be, a handful to deal with.
Well, again, we had a close relationship for a long time, and we were able to accomplish a lot of things. There was some things that probably could have been handled differently and better. But in the grand scheme of things, you know what I mean? Like
that's the learning curve, though.
Yeah, and we're not partners anymore in what I'm doing now. Kind of went our separate ways, a few years back.
Yeah. Was it amicable?
I mean, it wasn't unamicable.
Okay.
So
because it is what it is, business.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to, kind of get back on my own, have the kind of, time to really put into this idea that I had been having for a while to create this network. So.